In this video, we are going to take a look at my Star Wars Unlimited Judge and promo card binder. The foundation of the binder is the Gamegenic Star Wars Unlimited XL cardport binder. This is about 3 inches thick. The pages I use in it are Dragon Shield. I really like the pages because they're black and make a nice background for the cards. Getting back to the binder, it's got this nice foil printing on the inside of it. The binders come with this cardboard, call it a ring shield for lack of a better description. Basically, it keeps the rings from making an imprint on the felt lining of the binder. Binders are a little pricey, but they're very worth it. The foundation for my binder organization comes from a Facebook group member, Zach Melishek. He has, over the year and months, been maintaining a list of promo and judge cards. I have modified what I've got here a little bit, but it's very close to following what Zach's done to a T. So I'm going to set this out of the way here real quick. Move that. So when I started the binder, and in line with Zach's checklist, it's got here the first cards are the convention exclusive Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader Judge cards in pre-release from Spark of the Rebellion. And then it has the weekly promos. And so with that being stated, that's how I started this off. Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader event cards, judge cards, the foil leader cards from the pre-release, and then it goes into the weekly play cards. The weekly play cards for Spark of Rebellion was kind of its own arrangement. There was 11 cards, ending with Princess Leia here is number 11. And then the foil cards in this series began along with a non-foil card. And the non-foil and the foil were numbered the same, so I put the cards next to each other. And I did that for the remainder of the Spark of Rebellion weekly play cards. And then after the weekly play cards for Spark of Rebellion, I have the Showdown cards. And what I've done here, the pages I use are 12 pockets per side. There were only 6 cards, so as a way to decorate the page and make it more interesting to look at, I took 2 of each pack wrapper and put on here. And when making my choice of what wrappers to put where, I kind of used Thrawn's blue face to match the blue on the cards here. Leia, she doesn't really go with anything, but then Chewbacca's brown tones go well with the cards also. So that's a rough concept I used for that. And then this is just a label maker label stuck in the pocket. I didn't actually stick it to the wrapper or anything. It's just a label maker label still on its backing, and it's just slid in there so that the casual observer has a reference to what those cards were from. And so the first part of my binder is a repeat for all the sets. It's special leader cards, the weekly play cards, and then showdowns. And I have each set here tabbed. Like the next one is Shadows, Twilight, Jump to Light Speed, Legends of the Force, Secrets, A Lawless Time. So again, we've got Judge Mandalorian and Judge Moff Gideon. They're hyperspace leader cards, weekly play cards. With the Shadows of the Republic, they switched to foil cards at card 13. And there again, I matched the base with the foil variant. And that carried through to card 20, which ends here. So I had these extra rows down here to fill up on this page. And so since these were weekly play cards, and they've got Fantasy Flight Games has some somewhat decorative wrappers for the weekly play cards. I just stuck weekly play card wrappers down here. And these have been cut to fit within the card pockets. A wrapper right out of the box is too big to fit. So, and then carrying with my previously stated layout, I've got Shadows of the Galaxy Showdown. Again, just a label still on its adhesive back, showing it 2024 Showdown. You got the Lady Proxima Judge card, the participation card, 4 placement cards. Again, as a way to take up the extra space, I used 2 of each wrapper out of a booster box to fill the spots. And then one thing integrated here, and I want to state I came into collecting at the transition between Twilight of the Republic and Jump to Light Speed. My next set here is a planetary qualifier set for 2024. I don't know if there was a PQ or anything between Spark of Rebellion and Shadows. So if I missed something there, somebody let me know, but I don't think I have. So here's a 2024 Shadows of the Galaxy Planetary Qualifier. It's got the Legal Authority Judge card, Legal Authority Participation card, Dr. Evazan placement cards. I am missing the Champion card. I'll be surprised if I ever find one, but I'm always looking. And then to fill in the spaces down here, I just used Game Genie card sleeves, and I used the yellow. I call this a Starburst. I don't know what else to reference it as. But I used the yellow Starburst here to match the background color of the Dr. Evazan placement cards. My light in here really sucks right now, but the Dr. Evazan cards have a yellowish foil background to them. So I didn't want to start Twilight on the back of Shadows. So again, I just use Game Genie card sleeves to fill the back of this page. And then we start with Twilight of the Republic. And then here we have the Judge cards, the Leader cards, and then we transition into the weekly play cards. And at this time, Fantasy Flight Games changed the numbering of the cards, and when the foils start, the foils actually started with card 11 and went through card 20. And again, the base card and the foil card are numbered the same. So I've got the base and foil together through the balance of the weekly play cards. I had 2 spots here to fill up on the page. So again, I used the yellow Starburst. I used the yellow starburst. It kind of matches this and kind of matches the yellowish color of the droids there. Next page, 2024 Showdown. Again, there's the judge card, Savage Press, and the participation card, placement cards, and then 2 of each wrapper out of the booster box to fill the space, and my previously used method of labeling what's on the page. The next page goes into the PQ that was done. This was 2024, now we go into 2025. And my year references come off of looking at card descriptions on SWU database and some of the other pages. But the Invisible Hand Judge participation card, Tranquility placement cards. There's a top 16, 8, 4 finalist, and champion. As most of you probably know, the card series ended up later dropping the 16 and only doing top 8 to champion. So again, I just filled the back of the page and then started jump to light speed. With jump to light speed, they did away with having the judge cards in the launch kits like we got used to seeing. And they just transitioned to having the leader cards and then the weekly play cards. And then another thing that changed at this time is the card numbering went from 1 to 20 to 1 to 40, with the foil numbers being 21 through 40. And these are kind of in numerical order. They're 1 through 20, but it's also the foils are paired up with the card. So like here you've got Director Krennic, who's number 1, and then his foil is 21. You got the Onyx Squadron Brute, which is number 2, and then foil 22. And that pattern carries on through all the weekly play cards. Because of the change in numbering, the weekly play cards ended a little different. I only had 6 cards on a 12-card page. And so what I attempted to do here to fill up the spaces is I tried to match the card somewhat to a card sleeve. So I used the red starburst here since the background on Slave 1's mostly red. This card has kind of a white, silverish color background to it. So I used the white and then blue down here. Then as part of Jump to Light Speed, we have the Showdown. There again, I'm continuing the theme of booster packs to fill the empty spaces. Got the Bosk Judge, Bosk Participation, and then the 4 placement cards. Top 8, top 4, finalist, champion. Next page starts the PQ that was related to that set. You got the Black 1 Judge, Black 1 Participation, Home 1 placement cards, top 8, top 4, finalist, champion. I used the yellow Starburst card sleeve since that color comes pretty close to matching the backgrounds on the Home 1 cards. Next page begins the Legends of the Force. Weekly play cards and special leaders. And then just like Jump to Light Speed, card numbers are 1 to 40. I've matched the base cards and the foil cards together. Luthen Rael, this is number 1, number 21, number 2, 22, number 3, 23, and so on. through the weekly play card set. Here is the end of the weekly play cards. And again, I tried to use Starburst card sleeves to kind of match the card backgrounds. And we've got 2025 Showdown Legends of the Force. The Jedi Holocron Judge participation card, Grand Inquisitor placement cards, 2 of each wrapper out of the booster box. 2025 Legends of the Force PQ. We've got Darth Raven's Lightsaber Judge, the participation card, and the placement cards, 8-4 finalist and champion. The blue, I couldn't, the background color on the Darth Malak placement cards is kind of somewhere between a blue and a purple. So I just used blue to fill up the spaces, and the reds kind of blend in with the lightsaber cards up here. Get on to secrets. As you've seen in the pattern that's developed, you got the leaders, weekly play cards, 1, 21, 2, 22, 3, 23, 4, 24, and so on, through all the weekly play cards. Last page. Matched yellow with yellow, orange with the orange background there, and then green kind of matches in with the jungle foliage there with the Ewoks. 2025 Showdown, 2 of each wrapper out of the booster box, First Light Judge participation, and the 4 placement cards. Secrets PQ. Galen Erso Judge participation, Grand Admiral Thrawn placement cards, and then again matching the card sleeves to the background colors. Then we get into Lawless Time. This is where we see the big change with the weekly play card patterns. And man, what a difference. The Fantasy Flight Games just totally changed the rules when they switched over to the new card styles. I really like the new card styles. So I was happy to see them do that. As a collector, I've got a lot of the weekly play cards from these older sets that nobody's ever going to want. But here is the same concept. I've got 1 and 21, 2 and 22, 3 and 23. Base cards matched with the foil variants. And then Fantasy Flight Games also changed the Showdown kits with this series, and so I changed up how I did things. Normally I was putting pack wrappers over here with the Showdown, but with the small card type box that the Showdown kit comes in now, I wanted to use this piece, but I'll talk about that here in a second. Here's the end of the weekly play cards for Lawless Time. So I took the pack wrappers, instead of displaying them over here with the Showdown, I integrated them into the last page of the weekly play cards here. So the Showdown here, like I said, I wanted to use the box cover for the Showdown kit since it's now playing card size. I just used a hobby paper cutter, made it card size to fit into the slot, and have it placed in there. You get the Rio Durant Judge participation, and then the 4 Darth Maul placement cards. The red color is obviously fitting for both the Durant background colors and Darth Maul, so that was an easy selection there. Now, with the end of the Lawless Time and the weekly play cards, we start getting into some of the other competition stuff. Here's the Law PQ. You got the Benthic 2 tubes Judge participation and the 4 Chewbacca placement cards. I used this pattern of card sleeve just to do something a little different, and then I filled it in with orange here, which kind of matches the card background of Chewbacca a little bit. And with that PQ, we transition into some of the other competition stuff. Here's the 2024 convention exclusives. There's a Yoda event card. And then we've got the 4 Sith Jedi, or Sith folks out of that set. And my color match here is I used red to match Darth Vader's lightsaber. The sparks falling down in the background here behind Kylo Ren are orange in color, so I used the orange sleeve. Emperor Palpatine is blue lightning, so I used the blue card sleeve there. And then red down here to match the lightsabers of Asajj and Darth Maul. And then the back side of that is the convention kit for the next year, which is the droid set. It got the Darth Tyrannus event card here. As some of you may have seen in one of my other posts, I cut up various parts of the droid box and used it to decorate the remaining pages. And somebody recommended that I use 2 Darth Tyrannus event cards in place of something else I had here. So that's why you see the 2 of the same card there. I really like their idea. I feel like it brings balance to the page. So 2025 sector and prize wall. You got the Obi-Wan Kenobi Judge, the participation card. These 5 cards here are the prize wall cards. There really wasn't a way to match a color to this, really. I guess I could have used a blue card sleeve to match the lightsaber, but I used the Star Wars Unlimited pattern instead with the new frames. I used green here to match these cards, and then the yellow, I just used it to match Han Solo's background. Because there was an odd number of prize wall cards, you know, that kind of left the page out of balance. And here's where you'll start seeing some holes in my collection. I got real busy at the time this series came out. I've been able to pick up the Kylo Ren Judge and the participation card, but I have never seen any of the placement cards. 2025 regional and prize wall, Emperor Palpatine Judge participation, and again prize wall cards. And my same color matching concept at play, a little different. 2025 regional, Rey Judge, Rey participation. Again, I don't have any of the Rey cards. I did recently have an opportunity to buy the top 8 and top 4 for Rey, so I've got those coming. And we transition from that into the Galactics. I'm missing a couple of cards from Galactics. There's a Vader Judge card And I think there was a participation card or something also that I'm missing. These are the token cards. Even though the token cards are double-sided, I wanted to display each side. So 4 token cards here in total, so you can see each side. Then we get down here into the prize wall cards. And then down here is the Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader special showcases for Galactics. And then these are the Game Genie card sleeves for each of the characters. The Darth Vader came in this Vader card sleeve, and I wanted to match the Luke Skywalker to that concept. And so I bought the Game Genie card sleeves to use just one. So we transition from prize wall into the silver packs for Galactics, and you'll see I cut down silver pack wrappers to fit into the slots. I kind of looked at the total number of cards overall to figure out how I could best display them. And I wanted there to be reference to the packaging or to the wrapper of the product. I don't know why, that just seemed like a cool idea. With the concept being a casual observer in the album would get to this page and, oh, silver packs, that's where the cards came from. And then here's the other 6 silver pack cards. I also wanted to display the cards the way I did so that your cards that are image matches or connect together could be displayed that way. You saw that over here with Kylo and Rey. And then here with Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos. And we transition into the Galactic Black Packs. Self-explanatory there. The number of cards kind of dictated how I laid that out. There weren't as many black pack cards as there were silver pack, so the layout's a little different so that I could fit everything onto one page with only 2 of the wrappers displayed. And so I didn't want to start something new on the back of that, and so I just filled that in with these card sleeves. Here is the top 64 lightsaber set. I had an opportunity to buy a set that was already open, so I did that. And then these are all of those lightsaber cards. Made an attempt at color match the card sleeve here to the red lightsaber, green here to that green lightsaber, and then again red. The 9 cards, 12 pages. I chose to use that layout. I am also missing, my understanding is there's some day 3 cards from Galactics. I've got none of that. I'm not even sure what the day 3 cards are. Even when I'm missing cards, I try to do a page layout and then have the open card slots. I'm not even sure what I'm missing from day 3, so if somebody can help me understand what I'm missing from day 3 Galactics, I'd be grateful for that. I need to do labeling over here, but we get into Season 1 Sector. All of the card codes are P25, and as you can see, I'm missing one here. I think I've actually got that coming in the mail. Again, I wanted to capture the product wrapper along with the cards. And those cards continue on. Here is a sector qualifier page. I'm missing the Judge Yoda and the Anakin Skywalker placement cards. I have the Day 2 participation card. There will be a blank spot down there. 2025 regional qualifier. These are all the prize wall cards. And then we transition to the 2025 regional black pack cards. That's all the black pack cards. And then the 2025, I'm missing the Vader Judge number 172 and the participation card and the Luke Skywalker placement cards. I did get the Day 2 participation. This page just denotes the end of the year and transitioning into 2026. These are the 2026 prize wall cards. Transition into 2026 silver packs. There you see my labels shifting. Because of the number of cards, there really wasn't a way for me to integrate the silver pack wrappers into this. I may end up redoing this. I have the wrappers. I may convert this from one page of 12 to 2 pages of 6 and then do the silver pack wrappers down each side. But I've been working on refining the whole album layout before I go back and change that at all. 2026 sector qualifications. There's I'm missing the Palpatine Judge card. I have the participation card. I have the Qui-Gon top 8. I'm missing the 4, the finalist and the champion. I've got the Day 2 participation card. 2026 regional prize wall. I've got all those. 2026 regional black pack. I'm missing several of those. I was pretty tied up with work and some other things when the Milwaukee competition hit, and totally missed buying black packs or getting the rest of the cards I need from people that went there. And then 2026 regional, I've got the Leia Judge. I just recently got that. The participation card. I do not have any of the Darth Treya placement cards. I do have the Day 2 participation card that I recently got. And then my other post, you probably saw the Darth Vader event card from the UK recently, and we'll see it here in the US through Comic-Con and Galactics, I'm sure. Blank page here for future use. And then this begins my 2024 Judge Program cards. All 6 of those. Again, I made an attempt to color match empty space with the card. And then this page begins 2025 and some of the cards that were sold in 2026 that are dated P25. And this is all of those through card 19. Again, I'm very grateful to the members and players, judges who have made it possible for me to own these cards. And here again, I made an attempt to do some color matching with the card backgrounds to fill in the spaces. The corner one, I just used the generic Star Wars Unlimited. Not sure I'll leave it like that. I may stick another blue in there or something. So we'll see. And the page back here, these are the Game Genic exclusives that were in the Twin Sun decks. The foil bases, and then the foil token cards. I've got that empty. Some of these will end up getting moved around probably. this page, I need to move it up with the Galactic section, but these are all the plastic base cards, or the 4 plastic base cards from Galactics, and then these are the 2 foil cards out of the gift packs from 2025. And let's watch me fumble with the pages. A couple empty pages in here, and then we get back to, I just stuck in the AMC movie theater exclusive cards from Mandalorian and Grogu. This is the demo card you saw me post about a few days back. These are just some extra event cards that I have from Spark of Rebellion. And then this is my discard collection I've got so far. These 2 down here look similar, but one is single-sided with 3 QR codes. The other one is 2-sided with 3 QR codes. Both of these are non-foil. I believe they're single-side, no, double-side. This one is different in that it's single-side and it has the hologram at the bottom. And then I've started gathering up the checklist cards. I'm going to do a section of the checklist cards. Or I may integrate that into my master binders. I don't know. So anyway, a lot of you have asked what the promo judge binder look like. That's it. That's the layout. And always a work in progress. I will continue to hunt for missing cards and continue to refine the design concept of it. So if you watched through all 38 minutes of this video, I appreciate your time, and we'll see you again soon.